Hello, welcome again and again and again to Excel Your Knowledge Masterclass. Don't forget the goal is to stop dreaming and start doing, and of course, to convert your knowledge into consistent cash flow on demand. I want to believe that you have implemented everything you've learned so far from Module 1 to Module 2 to Module 3 to 4 and to 5 because if you have not done that, it's okay. Maybe when you are through watching the entire course, you can start implementing, but most times it doesn't really work that way. Okay, when you watch a module, implement. I just needed to say this. When you watch a module, implement. When you watch a module, implement. That's how that enthusiasm to continue remains within you. Okay, so I believe you've been getting value so far for your money on this course. So this is Module 6 and we are looking at 99% guaranteed marketing strategy to get your first 100 customers. How much will 100 customers bring you? Now, let's talk about, I wanted to reserve this for probably the last module actually, but let me quickly chip it in, talking about the how do you price your course. For instance, when my course was launched, I launched the stocks and shares investment masterclass course with 5,000 naira. Yeah, with 5,000 naira, and there were many reasons for that. Actually, there were many reasons because when I created my pre-launch order group, my waitlist group, it was initially I think 9,900, and some people are taking a few slots. So I felt like, just a few slots, it's not much. So I needed to break it down. Let me just help a few people gain access. The course was valuable, but I was not really getting so much money from the waitlist. And that's one thing I must say, is a disclaimer. If you think you are going to make a lot of money just through word of mouth, you tell this person, I have this course, so come and buy. It's a lie. There is no way you are going to make money in the millions without this thing I'm about to show you now, without this module 6 that I'm about to show you now. Okay, so I had to crash my price to about 5,000. A few persons took the slots and I was happy, but when I eventually launched, I had to move it back again to 9,900. Discount price, the initial price was 25,000. The original price for the course, 25,000. But then I noticed that I was dragging with seats. So what was the next thing I did? I already knew these things, but I was just trying to experiment. And that's what I'm about to show you right now. Okay, so imagine that 100 persons came to buy the course. At the time it was 5,000. 100 persons coming to buy my course at 5,000. That is simply 50,000. 50,000. Now, at the time the course was now 9,900. Sales to 100 persons was already, what am I saying? 100 persons buying your course at 5,000 naira. That is 500,000 naira, right? 500,000 naira. Then, if your course is 10,000 naira, 100 persons buying your course at 10,000 naira, that is 1,000,000 naira already. So you already know the worth of your course and how to fix the price. But what I just needed to show you is compare someone selling to just 10 customers, another person selling to 100 customers every month. The energy will be different. The morale of the one selling 100 units every month will go, and it is a principle. It is a principle. The more you get, the more you are able to get. Like, that's how it is. That's how it is. One would expect that people who have a lot of money should no longer be making money. People should no longer be gifting them. But unfortunately, it is people who have a lot of money that they are bringing millions of dollars to as gifts. But those who do not have, nobody is looking at their faces. That's why you must move from that ground floor to a point where at least, something can really, be added. So our focus here is how to utilize Facebook advertising to generate massive leads, at least 1,000 to 10,000 leads to sell your first 100 units. Let me quickly say this. There is a principle in advertising or digital marketing known as the conversion principle. And the conversion principle simply says that there is a high tendency that only 1% of the total people who see your product through your advertisement gets to buy your course. There's a high tendency that only 1% of those people gets to buy your course. So it simply means that if you advertise in the face of 100 people, it simply means you are going to sell one unit. That's 1%. If you advertise to 10 people, don't even expect sales at all. If you get sales, glory be to God. It's just to balance everything. It's not to say that it always, for me right now, God has helped me to a point whereby my conversion rate runs between 5% to 10%. 5%. So it simply means if 100 people get to know about my product, there's a high tendency that 10 of them will buy. 10%. You need to understand this. Everybody will not just come and buy from you eventually. That's why you need to utilize Facebook ads to generate massive leads. At least 1,000 people must join your WhatsApp group every month. 1,000 people at least. For me, my goal is 1,000 people every week. And I have multiple groups actually. So we're going to be looking at the practicals on, first of all, how to run Facebook ads using your smartphone, and then how to run Facebook ads using your laptop. But let me put a disclaimer here. This is not a Facebook ads course. So I'm just going to be showing you the surface, at least, that you can start with. Maybe you want to be doing it yourself. I can run Facebook ads, but I don't run Facebook ads for my courses. Do you know why? I am not focused squarely on Facebook ads. I give it to the experts. Yes, to run my ads. Like when I started, I began paying the guy running my ads 9,000 naira every week to run my ads. 9,000 naira. That's what I pay him every week. It got to a point I began to pay him 10,000. That's 40K every month. It simply means that if you learn how to run Facebook ads, that's another skill. You can begin to make money. Okay, you can begin to make money. But that aside, so you can do it yourself, but please, I would advise don't do it yourself, because this is a real business. This is a business that you want to make millions from. So you cannot afford to play with it. You are not an expert. And there's no way you'll be an expert from what I'm going to show you, because this course is just limited, just to show you a few things on Facebook ad. But you need somebody that can really do it. And they charge, if you can get a nice person, 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, as the case may be. Okay, depending on the time you contacted the person and the person you are contacting. Okay, so please contact people to run your Facebook ads, and you are going to spend money on Facebook ads actually. Okay, at the time of recording this video, I spend nothing less than 100,000 naira every week running Facebook ads. Every week, 100K every week. In a month, that's 400,000 naira just to run ads. What am I looking for? Massive leads. Lot of people coming from Facebook to join my group, and then eventually they get to buy my course and I make money. Okay, make money. By now you already know the kind of results that I get from my courses. You already know how much I make from my courses on a weekly basis. So you see the reason why I can comfortably spend that amount of money and even pay somebody to run my ads. I don't want to worry myself with all of those things. I have to focus on the course. Focus on the course. It's very important. So now let's get to the practicals in the next videos.